Hey guys, RC here, back with Draft Day Sports College Basketball. This is episode 8. We're into our second season of this Journeyman save. Just to remind you what that is exactly, we are on a career path game. We're starting off as a brand new coach, low-level team, low prestige team, and the goal, dog hair, is to build ourselves up as a coach and try to get to a better job. So we're starting off with the Navy Midshipmen, and the goal is to get to the Dukes and the North Carolinas and the Kansas and Kentuckys of the world, if fate has that in store for our career path. Maybe we're stuck at Navy forever. Oh, let's see. All right, so we left off last episode. We had gone through the off season. Don't forget, I've set the recruiting to be handled by the AI this year. Mainly, I just want to see how good it is because I'm curious. And so we already did the first season where I did the recruiting. We ended up with 2 out of our 3 recruits. We were unable to reel in that third fish. So we have 6 scholarships this year. And I'm gonna turn loose my assistants on the recruiting trail and let them handle it up. Let me get centered here in the camera. There we go. All right, so we started off 0-2. Just a reminder, the goals this year from my athletic director: 10 or more wins again, and don't finish last in the conference. So that's the goal this year. 10 wins or more, same as last year. Last year, they wanted us to finish in the top 3. That didn't happen. This year, they don't want us to finish last. I think he has seen the light and, reality has set in for him. So let's get going. I have gone up through the entire out-of-conference schedule. So let's catch up with where Navy is at. All right, we start off with a 62-51 over the Houston Baptist Huskies, and we had a really good game here. Skipper put up 10 points, 6 boards, 9 points and 5 boards for Welch, 8 points for Austin, who at the end of last episode we decided to put back in the starting lineup, and we got a surprising 12 points from Hurd. We picked up 7 points from Wilder on the bench. I want to make sure that works. Yep, there we go. All right, so there was our first win of the season. Then we got blown out by Pacific. Not good. It was a road game, but we got drilled. 65-47. In our next match, we got our second win of the season, beating the Winthrop Eagles 74-71 as a road team. That was pretty impressive. Skipper, 11 points, 6 boards. 11 points, 6 boards for Austin as well. Hurd goes off for 15 points, and we pick up an even dozen from Wilder off the bench in the victory. So that was really nice. Our next match was a narrow defeat, 67-65 to Montana State. A little disappointing. We actually led by 15 points at halftime and let it get away. Skipper ended up with 11, only 4 points from Austin. He still was plus 10. I don't know how that happens. 11 boards. So he's been a lot more dominant in the paint on the glass. Mostly defensive rebounds, but that's good. It limits their second chance points, which helps us in the final tally. Then we played the Providence Friars, and we won 75-69. Another road win, so showing a little bit of panache to get some victories on the road this year. 11 points for Skipper, 8 and 7 for Welch. 10 and 14 as Austin goes for a double-double, and Hurd picks up another 15 points. We'll look at stats when we get to the end overall. Benton is not going to be much of a scorer, so we're counting on him to be more of a ball distributor. But that was a nice win over a name program. Then we played UTEP, the Texas El Paso Miners. Again, if you have not seen the movie Glory Road, I highly recommend it. I believe it's on Netflix. Check it out. It's about the Texas El Paso. Actually, at that time, they were the West Texas Miners, the Mighty Miners. Just the storyline, the first all African American team to play in a national championship game, and kind of what they went through as a team. They had white players, they had Hispanic players, but Don Haskins, who is a Hall of Fame coach, went in and recruited 5 African American players that year. When at the time, this was I think late 50s, it was common practice to maybe have 1 or 2 at max on your team, and maybe one could start and the other would have to come off the bench, and he started 5. So interesting movie. Not sure how true to life it is, but very good movie. Anyway, we lose that one 79-74. And then we played our rivals. So you remember last episode at the very beginning, we tagged Air Force as our primary out-of-conference rival. So evidently that's going to get scheduled annually every year. And we beat them at home 73-64. Big win for us. Skiffer goes for 12 points. 10 points for Benton as he steps up and actually gets some scoring done. 3 for 5 shooting. 3 for 4 from the foul line, and 10 points for Hurd, 1 for 5 from 3-point range. So we're not trying a ton, which is good, but a big win for us there. Then we progress up into late December after the Christmas holiday, and we get destroyed by Campbell 72-57. And so 72-57, a big loss. And in our last out-of-conference game, we beat Fresno State, big team out of California. Home game 71-56. Gotta like that. Skiffer gets 8 points, 10 boards, 11 points for Welch, 6 and 8 for Austin, a solid game, 11 points for Benton, and he picked up 5 assists as well. Hurd led the way with 17, and Laws gave us 10 points off the bench. So if we take a look at the standings, we are 5-6. So last year we only won 3 out-of-conference games, so we're already +2 in the win column. We're halfway to our win total on the season, and we're 3-2 at home, 2 wins on the road. That's pretty impressive. Army's already won 2 games on the road this year. Last year, remember, they did not win a single road game the entire season. If we go in and look at our stats, let's sort by points like that. All right, so Hurd has started 11 games, playing 25, almost 26 minutes. He's shooting 43% from the floor, 34% from behind the arc, averaging 12 points and 2.6 rebounds a game. Jamal Skiffer, 11 starts. He is shooting 47% from the floor, 33% behind the arc, 9 points a game, 5.6 rebounds for our power forward. Chris Austin, remember, he did not start the first 2 games, but he has started ever since, and he's shooting 45, almost 46% from the floor. He is not taking any 3-pointers, and he has 7.8 points, 7.3 boards. So I think that's pretty well rounded. And then Zach Benton, our point guard, has started all 11. Now his field goal percentage has dropped off immensely, 32%. He's shooting 30% from behind the arc, 88%, 87% from the free throw line, 7.5 points per game, 2.6 assists per game. I am wondering, we'll look at that in a second. And then Aaron Welch, our small forward, shooting 44%, 44%, 6.4 points. I would like him to maybe take more shots, but we are balanced, right? We did go balanced. Yes. All right, so I think that's fine. Let's take a look at our point guards here. From an assist perspective, I mean, Benton has the most assists. He's got the most points. Now, Neslin is shooting 42, but only 42%, 27. Brian Laws is shooting 38.9. You know what? Benton and Laws, let's change them. Let's give Laws a run of games. He played for us last year, started 6 out of 30 games, 9 minutes a game, 5.3 points, 1.6 assists. Let's give him a run. Let's give him a run. I like the other guy. He's still going to be our primary point guard here. Neslin's coming in at the 2 guard because we are a little weak there. So let's give Laws a run of games and see what that does. He's a little bit better, maybe a little bit better shooter. Certainly scoring better right now. I think Austin did a good job since coming in for Wilder. I think we're all right there. All right, well, let's get into it today. Taking a look at the polls just to catch you guys up. So Florida's number 1. Gonzaga has lost 2. They're number 2. Kansas number 3. Nova number 4. Louisville number 5. Duke, Kentucky, Xavier, West Virginia, and Sparty rounding out the top 10. Let's see. Creighton. Michigan's not up there. That's too bad. How are they doing, just out of curiosity? More than anything else. Didn't change anything? Not at all? All right, we'll check this. All right, we are we're 4th overall at 5 and 6, 3 and 2, 2 and 4. I did want to check the Big Ten. Michigan is 7 and 2, 7 and 1 at home. They lost their only road game. So they're not doing badly, but they are not ranked, so they're not highly thought of, evidently, which is, it's basketball. All right, let's get up to our conference opener with Lafayette. All right, a couple of inbox notices. Oh, we have a decision. Doug Burke, we have a new player, so let's go check him out. Doug Burke. All right. And that is anyone contacted. Oh, wait. Anyone recruits offered. All recruits. Did we lose one of our guys? That's what it was. All positions. There we are. All right. So Doug Burke is a 6'5" small forward. C overall, C inside, A outside, C scoring, passing, rebounding, not much in the way of defense, but he looks like a pretty solid player. 13.9 points a game, 6 boards. Pretty happy with that, and we're still after Eric Bass and Andre Conley, it looks like. So doesn't look like the AI overrode that. And they're evidently still, I don't know if it does film and scouting live. Don't know what it does when it comes to all that. Let's take a look. Eric Bass, we are his number 2 school. And Andre Conley, we're his number 3 school. So that's good. So we got a commitment there. And we are opening conference play with Lafayette today. We did tweak the depth chart a little bit. And it does not pan out. 77-70 as we lose the conference opener. Let's take a look at the box score there. Skipper gets 19. Welch only ends up with 2. Austin gets 10 and 10. Laws, 2 of 7. 4 assists, 5 turnovers. All right, well, turnovers is something I am not going to be happy with. So we'll give him one more game, but I'm not happy with that. Only 1 personal foul. If we look at Benton, he played 8 minutes, 2 of 2 from shooting, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 4 points. So he actually had a better game in less time. So that doesn't bode well. I always recommend getting road hazard insurance because that replaces your tire for free if it is punctured by something on the road, period. They do prorate the amount covered based on the tread wear, but if they're brand new, When I got that thing in my tire a couple of months ago, they just replaced the tire for free. It only cost a few bucks per tire. All right, now we're playing Lehigh. They're 6-6 overall. They lost their conference opener as well. Ooh, all right. I'm feeling the pain, boys. I'm feeling the pain. All right. Skipper, 12 points, but he was minus 20. Holy crap. And he had 12 points and 6 boards. Gee whiz. 8-5 for Welch. Austin gets 12 and 8. Hurd 13. All right, let's see. So Laws 7 points, 2 assists, 4 turnovers. Benton 2 of 2 shooting, 1 of 1 from behind the arc. All right, I'm pulling the plug here. How many 1 turnover in 11 minutes. So that would be 2 in 22 minutes, 3 in 33 minutes. So he should be better. So, yep, you know what? We're going to go ahead and pull the trigger there. Laws and Benton, please. All right, we're going to do that. Oh, I don't know if it's the turnovers that are killing us, but it's certainly not helping us. All right, some more inbox news. Looks like Donnie Morris didn't like his visit. We're back to play Bucknell, home game today. We put the freshman back in at the point guard position, and we win 61-52, a conference victory. That is huge news. I hadn't really paid attention to his turnovers, so that is something I definitely want to look at. All right, so let's see. Skipper, only 5 points. We ended up getting 15 from Hurd. Austin only scored 2, but got 11 boards. Benton, 1 turnover in 23 minutes. 9 points, 2 assists. Let's see, 11 points for Wilder off the bench. And looks like Welch only played 20 minutes due to personal fouls. That would make sense. So Wilder came in for him. And Benton, 3 for 4 from the foul line, 2 of 2 from behind the arc, 2 of 3 overall. Would like to see Hurd get some better looks at the basket. He does draw a lot of fouls, 6 free throws, but 4 of 14 shooting. He seems to be taking most of our shots. So, you know what? I like how we're looking, but let's tweak our strategy just a touch. Let's favor outside. We're still going to go with that 80% usage, but we're going to start trying to take a few more outside shots. So we'll be back for our next match. All right, today we're playing Boston University. Oh, I was honestly expecting a win here. And we got our butt handed to us. 2 injuries, it looks like. Ow. All right, so 2 injuries that we have to go look at. 20 points for Benton, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 13 for Hurd, 6 of 10 from behind 3-point range. If he can shoot threes at 60%, that could be nice. Hurd did a little bit better, 5 out of 10. That's 50%. Nothing really going on off the bench, however. All right, let's go look at our roster because we have a couple of injuries. All right, Neslin's a sore back for 2 days, bruised triceps for Laws, and a sore back 7 days. All right, when is our next game? Today's the 13th. We play again in 2 days. So we're going to have to go into our depth chart. All right. I'm going to do an AI suggest all. But then I want Benton back up there. He's at 90%. Neslin's 2 days, so he'll be back to full health. Let's suggest the matrix there. McCray. So McCray will replace Laws at the 2 guard with him being injured. Everything else looks... Oh, Skipper. Let's take a look at those guys. Skipper. Is this where the best place? There we go. All right, so Laster and Skipper? Yeah, because it was trying to put a 2 guard. All right, so he's shooting 50%. Skipper's shooting 50.5. 3-point range, 29 to 25 in Skipper's favor. 79 to 63 in favor of Laster at the foul line. 5.4 to 2.1 in rebounds. Even in assists. Skipper's got an edge in blocks. Yeah, I think we're still making the right call with Skipper there. So let's double check that. So Skipper, and that moves Laster to the bench. Yeah, that's where I want to be. All right, we'll do one more game in this episode. All right, a couple more inboxes. Dean Decker didn't like the visit. Fair enough. I'll be interested to hear what you guys think about the AI recruiting once we get to the end of the season and see what we actually end up with. All right, we're playing American today, and we lose by 11. That was a home game too. So the home games are the ones that we really need to be grabbing there. All right, Skipper with 13, 5 boards, 14 and 4 for Welch, 10 of 11 from the charity strike. Wow. Austin gets 7 and 3. It looks like maybe, well, no, because he was mostly getting defensive rebounds, which means they're either shooting much better than we are, or he's just not getting, because our offensive sets would not affect our defense in any way, except for the fact fast break points, maybe fast break leading to more points in the paint, maybe. If we're shooting more from the outside, then it would stand to reason. If we're missing, then maybe our guys are not as set up defensively to get back on defense, opening up the paint for more points there and fast break conversions for the opponent, which is easier baskets and also less rebound opportunities for Austin. Something to think about. Benton with 7 points, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 12 points for Hurd, 7 for McCray off the bench. All right, well, standing-wise, we're in last place, so that's not good. We need to get better here. Army is unbeaten in conference play. That doesn't bode well, since they were the team that we trusted to beat a couple of times last year. American, Boston just crushed us for their first win. We do have 6 wins overall, so we're only 4 away from meeting our 10. And if we can just manage to scrape some wins here, man, we just have to find some ways to do it. All right, so coming up, next episode will be Holy Cross, Loyola, Colgate, Army, Lafayette, and Lehigh once again. And, well, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tell you what, let's do one more game today, just to keep it even, right? All right. Holy Cross, 10 and 6 overall, 4 and 1 in the Patriot League. Not thinking, oh my God, I was just getting ready to say, not thinking our chances are too good, but we pull a stunner on the road. Oh my God, Zach Benton's hurt though. How bad? How bad? Inquiring minds want to know, but we're going to wait to look in a minute. All right, 22 points for Benton, 4 assists. He did have 5 turnovers. 5 of 16 from 3-point range. I mean, that's over 30%. That's all, yeah, and 6 of 17 is over 30% for the game. Hurd, 9 of 20. I'd like to see better out of him, but 23 points, high score. 10 points for Austin, only 2 points scoring, though. Man. But we got the win. All right, so what does that do for us? It still has us in the cellar because everybody else won. American and Boston won as well. But we are to 7 wins. We're only 3 away. We could reach our 10-win goal next episode. Oh my gosh. All right, roster. Strained abdominal, 15 days. He's at 87%. Laws is down to 81. Laws is already out. So I think we do bench Benton for Nesland for 1 week. Let him get back to full health. Maybe 2 weeks. But we'll worry about that next episode. We are on January 20th. Our next game is the 23rd. So 3 days. All right, scoring leaders. Hurd, Skiffer, and Benton. Passing leaders, Benton, Welch, and Laws. And rebounding leaders, Austin, Skiffer, and Welch. So that's looking good. We've got the 2 injuries. Looks like everybody's mood has improved. I don't have those 2 guys in a poor mood. So that's good. Insights, let's check this. All right, so 67 points a game, 234th in the nation. Are we good at anything? All right, Alabama leads the way at 82. San Diego State at 22 assists. Purdue at 40 rebounds. We're allowing number 214, 209, 335. Yeah, we don't, well, free throw percent, we're in the top 124. That's solid. That's our best rating. Ugh. And a negative net rating. That's not good. All right, well, that's interesting. Was there anything else? There was something else I wanted to look at in here. League leaders, not for the country. Let's look at just the Patriot League. I think that'll be helpful. All right. So we've got James Dooley at 15.1. Darius Hurd is 7th in the conference. Jamal Skiffer's in the top 20. That's points. Assists. Benton, Welch, and Laws all top 20, but Benton at number 14. Austin, 7.6 boards. He's really been down in rebounding though, so we may have to revisit that. Steals per game, we don't have anybody up there. 3-point percent. Benton at number 14, 36%. Okay. Well, that gives us at least an insight to how we're doing. And still 100% job security. I don't know if that changes during the course of the season or just at the end of the season, but I think we're on pace for the 10 wins, but we may finish last in the conference yet again. We have not signed another player yet, but we did get the 1 player, so we're up to 4 out of 6, and that may actually be good instead of having so many players, but we'll let the AI go with it and see what happens. So when we come back next episode, we'll have the next 6 games, Loyola, Colgate, Army, and then we get back into our second leg, Lafayette, Lehigh, and Bucknell. And then the season will close out with our final 6 games, and then we'll have the recap, and then we'll figure out what do we want to do with recruiting next year. Something to think about. But anyway, as we get closer to the end of the season, we'll look at the guys that we've recruited. When they hit the roster next year, we'll be able to see how they stack up against our current crop of freshmen that we recruited. So Benton, 2-star, and who was the other guy? Kyle Smith, a 2-star. So, but we'll talk about that more. But kind of be thinking about it in the back of your head, so we can discuss it a little bit. Guys, hit that like button, subscribe to GM Games. Don't forget to check out my channel as well, and we will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.